Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. The Buccaneers should trade for Deshaun Watson before the Super Bowl Perna. Oh God, that would be so nice, wouldn't it? Now, I already broke down the flaws in the Chiefs game in this video, so today we will look at some of the reasons that Tampa Bay might lose Super Bowl 55, the weaknesses they have. I also promised to root for whoever buys my loyalty. Right now, Chiefs fans are in the lead by currently purchasing more of their baby goat shirts than you cheap-ass Bucs fans have doled out for the goat shirts. Bucs fans, if you buy more of these t-shirts, not only do you get a rare shirt that won't be available forever, but you're getting me to do something that might literally kill me. Root for Terrific Tom in a Super Bowl. So let's look at the reasons that might cost you guys the big game. Whew, it's good sports. Okay, Bucs fans, your biggest concern is not Patrick Mahomes winning Super Bowl MVP. No. It's Travis Kelce or Tyreek Hill. Either one of those guys could do it. And I'm gonna go with Travis Kelce here because I have a soul. The Buccaneers have shut down all of the tight ends they played this postseason. Jared Cook had just 28 yards in that dumb fumble. Bob Tonyan had only 44 receiving yards, but you have yet to face Travis Kelce, arguably the best tight end in the NFL. The first step would be remembering to do what the Bills did not and actually acknowledge his existence, and that he might try and throw it against you again on a double reverse. Don't forget that. Tampa did a great job covering Robert Tonyan in the championship game, and both Tonyan and Kelce had 11 touchdowns this season. Tonyan did that on just 52 receptions this year. He was only targeted 58 times, so that reception percentage of 89.7 is insane. Kelce caught 105 passes and had 139 passes thrown his way, so maybe it sounds redundant, but he's a huge part of the Chiefs' passing game, yet team after team after team can't cover him. If you think Devin White or Levante David or one of your injured safeties is going to do that, you'll get torched. Now, Tyreek Hill murdered Carlton Davis in the first matchup to the tune of 7 receptions, 203 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Anything less than that will be a step in the right direction, Tampa. The Chiefs' offensive line injuries are a major concern, but for Tampa, their key injuries are to both starting safeties in Antoine Winfield Jr. and Jordan Whitehead. Once Dr. Pimple Popper got a hold of Jordan Whitehead, he just hasn't been the same. Both safeties haven't practiced yet, but that's pretty meaningless right now. But we won't know their true status until late next week. That said, if either guy isn't at full speed, I think it's a huge liability against the Chiefs. Full speed isn't fast enough to cover Mecole Hardman and Tyreek Hill. So even if they're a fraction of a second slower because of their injuries, that might be enough for Hill to get 300 yards in a single quarter in this game. The Bucs also cannot bank on the Chiefs making mistakes like the Saints and Packers. As good as I think Tampa's defense is, this team has not won a single playoff game without some massive mistakes by their foe. KC got their mistakes out of the way last weekend with the Mecole Hardman muffed punt. Tampa got 2 fumbles from Aaron Jones and Jared Cook that set them up on first and goal situations. And if you think Tyrann Mathieu or Dirty Dan is dropping an easy interception like this, you are mistaken, Bucs fans, if you're even out there. You will not have any easy touchdowns in this game, and I'm not sure the Bucs can actually win without Tom Brady getting the ball within his own 5-yard line. Brady's passer rating, when not gifted the blessed field position from turnovers, has been 70.9 this postseason. Compare that to Patrick Mahomes at 123.2. The Buccaneers are also facing the next Tom Brady in terms of statistical domination in the NFL and Patty Mahomes. Just because Brady abandoned the crumbling empire in New England does not mean the king will continue to win the big game in a new city. Mahomes is going to break a lot of Tom Brady's records, and he won't have to play 20 years to do it either. In his first 53 starts, Mahomes has more wins than Tom, 8 more points per game than Tom, 80 more passing yards per game, 16 fewer picks, and 53 more passing touchdowns. I mention that because if Mahomes beats Tom head-to-head in the Super Bowl, it will provide Chiefs fans with a nauseating bragging right. And never underestimate that intangible. Oh, you guys are badass. We are halfway towards our goal of raising $10,000 for the Alzheimer's Association, a charity I support because Alzheimer's has affected my family and it sucks. But I called upon Bill's Mafia in the last episode, and we have doubled, more than doubled our total. And once we get to 10,000, I destroy this Tom Brady Lego head. At C3 Bricks built me this Lego head to destroy. And in honor of Bill's Mafia helping me, I think I'll be throwing this mother licker off of a motorhome into a flaming folding table as a reward for all of your kind donations. So I want to say thank you guys. We are getting close. If you want to donate, the link is in the description. It's for the Alzheimer's Association. Goes towards research, goes towards helping families struggling with Alzheimer's, giving them care and resources they need. My sister works there, so it is a great charity to support. Again, I am humbled, and I thank you guys for helping give me a great reason to destroy Tom Brady's face. Let's go put you back in your cage, Tom. You sick, so get in your cage, Lego boy. Scotty Miller, you may have cursed yourself when you said you are faster than Tyreek Hill. Scotty, Tyreek Hill outran the law. You can't hold a candle to that kind of speed. Your 40 time is 4.39 seconds. You're not even a top 10 speed guy in the league. You outran Kevin King on one play when he didn't know he was supposed to cover you. I just think a statement like that is bound to backfire. In theme of lucky breaks, the Bucs have dropped a lot of passes this postseason. Chris Godwin had 5 against Washington. Mike Evans and Godwin each had 1 against the Packers, and there was a speckling of drops in the Bucs receiving core against New Orleans. If that trend continues into the Super Bowl, it's a liability. The Chiefs are the type of team that will make you pay if you do not capitalize on every single offensive opportunity that comes your way. Not only does defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo know a thing or two about beating Brady in the big game, I think everyone has totally underestimated the Chiefs' passing defense. They shouldn't, after what they did to Buffalo last week, but naturally, all of the attention is still on their offense rather than their secondary. Tom Brady has been throwing the ball further downfield than he ever has this season with Bruce Arians. But on passes 10 plus yards down the field, the Chiefs are allowing the lowest completion percentage, lowest touchdown to interception ratio, and the lowest passer rating. So essentially, this is the last team you want to throw deep against. There's not going to be a Kevin King waiting to get torched deep by Wes Welker Jr. The Bucs will have to be precise in their short throws and probably get a lot out of Leonard Fournette in the passing game like they've been getting. If there's ever a game Tom will wish he had dink and dunk master Josh McDaniels dialing up plays for him, I think it's this one. Also, the Chiefs have a pass rush that they basically just save exclusively for the postseason. Frank Clark is now tied with Nick Bosa for most pressures in the last 2 postseasons at 22. That's really a Nick Bosa stat, though, considering he didn't play this postseason. But seeing Frank Clark channel his inner Pat Bowlen with the fur coat after the AFC Championship game should give you the kind of shivers not even that fur coat could warm, Bucs fans. That's a man who means business. Fur trapping business. Now we know that the Bucs are the first team in NFL history to play a Super Bowl in their home stadium. That comes with a ton of advantages, like not having to get on an airplane. But it also comes with some risk. All of these guys will likely want to sleep in their own beds the night before the game to get the best sleep possible, meaning they'll have to drive themselves to the game. First of all, there's traffic. They won't be used to gridlock in Tampa, but the Super Bowl will congest the roads like my nose and may cause certain Buccaneers to be late for kickoff. This is why I'm recommending that the Bucs sleep in the pirate ship the night before the game. It'll basically serve as a COVID bubble as well, albeit they might put themselves at risk of contracting a far worse disease, scurvy, which I already mentioned in the Chiefs episode. But I told myself I'm going to reference scurvy twice while talking about the Buccaneers, and I've done so. Brady will have to deal with the surprise blitz from corner L'Jarius Sneed, one of the underrated stats this postseason if Sneed clears concussion protocol. 4 straight games with a sack for Sneed, including a massive one against the Bills. Sneed also sounds like the antagonist from a boarding school comedy, but he's also been one of the best rookie defenders in the league, up there with Antoine Winfield Jr., and even though they both have injuries, I think they'll both be playing in this game. Bruce Arians could become the oldest coach to win a Super Bowl at age 68. Oldest head coach, and he's flying his 95-year-old mother to see the game. Even if I have to see Tom Brady win, I will be happy inside knowing Bruce gets to share that moment with his 95-year-old mom. That's pretty fucking cool. This game may come down to which coach has the biggest set of dick and balls, penis and scrotum, dong and bongos, cock and gibbers, meat and potatoes, nuts and eggplants, testicles and peckers, schlongs and eggs. Andy Reid and Bruce Arians can both be credited for not letting fear change their aggressive play calling this postseason, and I love that. I actually welcome this big testy matchup between two guys who won't be scared to go for it on 4th down with the game on the line or at any time in the game. Arians' 4th down call right before halftime last week was huge. Andy Reid going for it on 4th when Mahomes got hurt with Chad Henne in the game. Yidge! Will Bruce have the courage to do the same when Blaine Gabbert takes over for an injured Tom Brady? That could be the real ultimate X factor in this game. His motto is no risk it, no biscuit, and despite the strictness of the TB12 diet, biscuits still live on in the Brady household. Another thing to consider, none of the Bucs receivers will be playing with a broken fibula like Cole Beasley, so that's a big advantage for Tampa. Beasley had a broken bone in his leg and was the Bills' leading receiver with 7 catches for 88 yards. So I'd say there's a great chance that Chris Godwin, with his speed and not broken leg, and yes, even Scotty Miller, who is definitely faster than a near crippled Cole Beasley, can have success against the Chiefs secondary. Just not deep, like I said earlier. I truly believe the winning quarterback of this game will have the driest penis. Whichever QB's wang is taken out of the mainstream sports media's mouths sooner might have the edge. The filleting I've witnessed this week for both baby goat and goat has been nauseating. It's like people paid to cover sports forget there's 52 other dudes on both the Chiefs and Bucs roster that are truly responsible for getting 12 and 15 to this game. So whoever doesn't buy into their own hype might have the edge. Boom! Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Don't forget to watch the Chiefs weakness episode if you're curious on the ways in which the Chiefs might choke in this game, Bucs fans. That could be something you're interested in. Video's on the screen right now, as you can see. Yeah.